Imagine it's 1982 and you're the best international basketball prospect ever, but nobody knows who you are yet. You're 17 years old, standing 7'3" and have a 40-inch vertical. Now that fall, you come to America to play against a 22-year-old Ralph Sampson. For the last 3 years, he's been the best college basketball player in the country, and he's only a few months away from being the first overall pick in the NBA draft. However, not only do you hold your own against Ralph Sampson, you dominate him and outscore him 21-13. When NBA teams see this, they immediately want to make you the face of their franchise. And you get drafted multiple different times, but because you're living in the Soviet Union, they won't let you move to America, so you can't come to the NBA until you're in your 30s. See, this is Arvydas Sabonis, and every basketball fan that doesn't know his story needs to hear it right now. So when Sabonis became known as a teenager in '82, he still had to wait a few years until he was eligible for the NBA draft. He was first drafted by the Hawks in '85 to play with Dominique Wilkins. However, the NBA didn't allow it because Sabonis wasn't 21 years old yet. So then in '86, when Sabonis was eligible to get drafted, the Trailblazers selected him in the first round. But the Soviet Union wasn't letting him come. See, back in the '80s, if you played in the NBA, you weren't allowed to play for your national team. Sabonis is from Lithuania, which was in the Soviet Union back then, and his country wanted him for every international tournament, especially the 1988 Olympics coming up. And unfortunately, playing for that team ruined Sabonis' potential. In 1986, he shouldn't have played in the World Cup. He had a really badly sprained ankle. But not only did Sabonis play, he dominated against David Robinson in the United States. Sabonis was then dealing with an Achilles injury in '87, and instead of resting, he was pressured to play, which led to him tearing his Achilles. And to make matters worse, after he tore it again 2 months later, falling down the stairs. The Blazers tried everything they could to make Sabonis not play the '88 Olympics, but he somehow was able to play and he won the gold medal. Sabonis really may be the most skilled big man we've ever seen. However, by the time he came to the NBA in 1995 at 31, his body was destroyed and he had no athleticism left. At that time, doctors said he qualified for a handicapped parking spot. Now, don't get me wrong, Sabonis was good in the NBA. In '99, he finished 13th in voting for the Most Valuable Player award. But if Sabonis came to the NBA in the '80s, he may have been the best player in the world ahead of Michael Jordan. Sabonis' son, DeMontis, is now an NBA All-Star and continuing the family legacy. And if you want to hear more stories like this every day, just drop me a follow.